Welcome back. It's a new way of doing business and finding success. Joining us now to talk about his book, Collaboration Economy, is Topher Morrison. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for letting me come on. I got to tell you, this was going back in the green room, really happy, all female guests.
Oh, you've got a great day.
It was a great day. But then Rockney the Pomeranian shows up to get adopted.
Blows it out of the water.
Yeah, totally. I might as well have been a lamp
and
back there.
I'm sad that you didn't meet the human firecracker because he is somewhere in this building. You never know what you're going to find in the green room.
This is a strange place. I'm happy to be here.
There's been so many business deals made in that green room. It's crazy. So many collaborations.
Yes.
As we talk about, like a business teaming up with another business to create something
Almost
together.
all your guests today are doing some sort of collaboration together as well. It's really cool.
So
and that's the new era.
Is that kind of like the way that businesses are going these days? You call it something a collaboration economy. Is that what that is?
Yeah, and basically the concept is this. Whatever business you're in, as long as you're in a business that covets whatever age we're in, you're going to do well. So in the agricultural age, the farmers did great. In the manufacturing age, the factory owners did great. In the information age, you know, the tech companies did really great.
Yeah.
Well, the information age died in 2010, and now we're entering this new age. Now, it hasn't necessarily been identified yet, but John and I like to call it the collaboration age, and hence the book, Collaboration Economy, talks about how to succeed in this new era.
So how do you, unless you're in the green room and it just naturally flows organically, how do you approach people, or what do you look for in a good collaborator for your business?
You know, the interesting thing is you always look for the people who have strengths and your weaknesses. You know, the academic approach is if I'm bad at something, I need to go study that and I need to get good at that. But the entrepreneurial approach is if I'm weak in one area of my life, I don't ever want to touch it. I want to go find somebody who loves to do that and then go partner with them, because chances are the things that they're weak in, I'm strong in.
Oh, that's a much better way of looking at things. And you don't slow down your progress taking your sidestep over here trying to learn something that you may never use. You may accidentally find that
It does ruin your argument to tell your kids to practice and study up on the courses that they don't like, but nonetheless, it helps in business.
Do what I do. Just delegate it, people. That's how we do.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that is very popular today, and we have seen so many examples of it on this show, is the crowdfunding campaigns, like Kickstarter and things like that.
Kickstarter was the one that kind of, I guess, kicked it all off, or certainly the one who got to market first and the fastest. But nowadays there are hundreds of crowdsourcing programs that are out there, and so while Kickstarter is great, it's only great for a certain type of company or type of person who's looking for something. There are crowdfunding forms for veterans. There's some for nonprofit agencies. I mean, you name it. There's a crowdfunding group out there for just about anything. In fact, Inc. magazine just had an interesting article on how to pick the right type of crowdfunding.
That seems like a very good article, because we've seen the difference. Like, I remember the Zach Braff and Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell actually used a Kickstarter campaign to redo the Veronica Mars movie. So she used it, I mean, to fund a whole movie. That movie is on screen now. That worked really well. And then this has gone all the way down. We've got a local guy that just did an invention. He used Kickstarter to get an invention. So I can imagine there's different ways and different things to use. What are the downsides to using that crowdfunding, or are there any?
Well, there's not necessarily any type of a downside other than if it just doesn't fund. If it doesn't work, then in depending upon which crowdfunding company you're using, you may have to give all the money back. You may have to refund it, which can be really pain in the rear when it's $5 and $10 donations, and you've got to do that 1,000 times. But you know, there's really more upsides to it than down, and that's for sure. And the key thing, though, it doesn't matter which funding agency you use, the architecture is almost the same. You've got to have a compelling video, which begins with a great pitch. And one of the things that I focus on is I try to convince people the importance of making sure that they're a key person of influence in their market, because the money is going to the most influential individuals right now. So what makes somebody influential? Having a really powerful pitch, so when they get on that video, people understand what makes that unique and why do I want to participate.
I would think, and the plan has to be very good too, because you want to make sure that if you're donating money to that, this person has a solid plan. Like, my money is going to be used for this, this, this will happen, and you know, like, you really got to have that plan in place.
You can see the ones why they succeed versus the ones that don't, based upon their videos on whether or not they have a well thought out plan, whether they have a powerful pitch, whether you know exactly where your money's going for, and also consequently what the reward is that you're going to get by investing in it as well.
All right, sounds very good. I've got like 3 more hours of questions for you, but it's time to wrap. This is very good information, and you can find more information on our website, WZZM13.com. Just click on the Take 5 home.